competition, September 18th. Let me get the paper here so make sure I give you the right date. So you already seen the video that I posted on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will tell you, please follow me on Instagram because I'm more active on Instagram for some reason. It's more like real time. So September 18th, there's gonna be a competition in Tampa and here in Florida. Tampa is in Florida for some of you that are all over the world. And in September 19th, it's called Hurricane Bay. I always done that competition. It's one of the best shows because the promoter, Tim Gardner, he goes all the way. This is not one of them, but he gives beautiful gifts, t-shirts, and so on. So, for women bodybuilding builders, they only have until probably 50 category, So you can compete in 40, 50, 20, open class. So if you over 50, if you in your 60s, you didn't have a place to compete. You needed to compete with younger women like I've been doing for years, okay? So, and I don't have a problem with it, because I've been doing it. So I'm used to that. I'm competing with women 40 years in their 40s or 50s, and I'm 60, or I was 50 and I was competing with the 40 years old. But I felt great about it. I didn't have any problem, and the proof is in my trophies. I have a house full of trophies. Well, so that's the situation, right? So Tim Gardner, the promoter of the show, the Hurricane Bay, he's opening a new category for women my age, women in their 60s and 70s, so they can compete at the same level of everybody else, because everybody compete like a 50 with the 50 and so on. So that's very exciting because it's new. It's for us, women who feel that she's 60 years old, but she doesn't feel confident to compete with a 40 years old. Or a 60-year-old woman, she doesn't want to compete with a 30 years old because that's all the show have. The show will have women in their 40s with open class, 40 and 50. But if you're 60, you have to manage it to do whatever you can do, like I did. But so that is amazing news that women will have now a category that they can join and feel like you're competing in a level playing field. You're competing like women your age, and it's amazing. Of course I can cross over to 50, or I can cross over to 40, but it's your choice now. So that is groundbreaking. That is amazing thing that is happening right now. So some of you that have been training and thinking, I like to compete, but I don't feel comfortable competing with a 40-year-old. Or I don't feel comfortable competing with a 30 years old. So it's amazing, exactly, Sonia. It's amazing how we're changing the paradigm. And I know that I had a big input into it, because they see me not being afraid of my age, and I go to American Got Talent and I tell the world how old I am, and I'm performing with Terry Crews. So what's the big deal about your age, Age is something in your head, really. It really is it's in your head. But so that is the amazing news that it's like men, you go into a competition, a bodybuilding show, and you have men in their 80s. They have category for men and 80s, and the 80s but not for women. They had it for men in their 70s, but not for women. And in the 60 age category, you find the 60 in nationals. Like I've been to nationals, and in nationals, you have the women over 60, in their 60, but not at the state, not in the locally, let's say at the state level. They do have it in the national, but not at the state level. So that is very exciting. I'm so pumped. Of course I'm gonna do the show. Of course this is the first time, so we are just breaking grounds about this thing with women and being in shape and being powerful and being vibrant and feeling great and amazing thing is happening. So that is one thing. Any comments? I don't know why this thing keeps dying. The Instagram, the page keeps going black. Okay. So today, let's start then and talking about relationships. So one of the things with relationships is that if you have a comment or a question, let me know so we can make it more interactive, okay? I don't mind stopping today and being more based on your needs, based on what you feel I should be talking today about relationships. Thank you. Thank you. Mis libros se compran en Amazon. Somebody is asking, where do you get the books? The books, you buy them in Amazon. En Amazon. Los libros los puedes comprar en Amazon. En Amazon. Están los 4 libros y están en español. Okay, any other question before? I'm so excited for you. Yes, Sonia, it's really exciting, Sonia. First time in history. First time in the history of women bodybuilders. Can you believe that? I'm one of them. I don't think, okay. Emmy, hola Emmy, how are you today? Beautiful, I'm doing a blog here and, okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now I'm not gonna say hi because I'm gonna focus in the theme for today. Relationship is it's obvious that relationships are the foundation of a healthy life. And why? Because your success in life is gonna depend on how you relate to other people. Your success in life is gonna be determined in how you relate to other people. So if wherever we go, we are developing happy, healthy, positive relationships, you're gonna have a life of success. And I'm gonna tell you in a few minutes why. The opposite of that is that when we don't have happy relationships, any place we go, then you will have a life of pain, a life of aggravation, a life of everything is difficult for you, and everything is so hard for you. And as a consequence of that, then life is no good, okay? When you have a positive attitude towards life, towards others, the same way that life will give back to you what you put out, the same thing with people, people will give back to you what you give them. So it's not that, it's when you're thinking about, oh, everybody is so lousy, everybody treats me bad, there's so very bad people in the world. No. When you say something like that, when you make that comment, stop and think about, what is my attitude? How am I relating to people? What kind of behavior, how do I treat people? Because the way we treat people is going to determine our success or our failure. Because people will give back to you what you give to them. If you have a bad relation, number one, if you have a bad attitude, and when you go out, people mistreat you, it's because of your attitude. It has nothing to do with the other person. How do I know this? The reason I know this is because I made a long time ago a choice. I think I'm being always this way. That if I don't feel happy and I don't feel great, I don't get out of my house. Because I don't have the right to go out there and give people a hard time. I don't have the right to go out there with my misery and my poison and my bad mood and attitude and contaminate other people. It's not only that you contaminate people because of the coronavirus, but you can contaminate people with your negativity, you contaminate people with your attitude. So number one, we have to see what is my relationship with myself. How do I see myself? How do I feel about life? How do I feel about what I'm doing with my life? So all these issues will come together and going to determine how successful you are, how successful you can become. Because every dollar that you make is based on successful relationship with other people. Always remember this. Every dollar that you make is based on successful relationship with other people. Today es en inglés, ayer fue en español. El video está en español en YouTube. I just did it, lo hice ayer en español. So I was saying that every dollar that you make is based on a successful relationship with other people. And if you wanna do an examination, an inventory of how is your relationship, how people see you, the only thing you have to do is how people treat you when you go outside, how people treat you when you go shopping, how people treat you when you go to your children's school, how people treat you anytime they see you. The test will be that if you have a negative attitude, and you have a bad relationship with yourself, and you have a bad relationship with God, and then you have a bad relationship with life, what's going to happen? That people are not going to give you what you want. People are not going to give you what you want because what? You're putting outside too much negativity, too many bad vibes or whatever. So the way you can determine how well people are treating you is based on your behavior. People will give back to you what you give to them. So that is in general about having happy relationship. That is at the universal level. Now what happened with me? Of course, the relationship that I have with me is gonna be based on how do I see myself? How do I feel about myself? What is my self-image? What is my relationship with God? So if I have a bad relationship with me, obviously I cannot have a happy relationship with other people. And the mistake that we make is that we never do the work inside of us, and then we try to find in the outside world somebody who will fulfill my needs, which is an impossibility. I keep doing this because this keeps going there. So going out there, trying to find that somebody is going to make you happy, that somebody is going to fulfill your needs, that somebody is going to solve the problems of your life, you're in for a rude awakening, because that will never happen. It might happen temporarily, but it might not happen permanently, because the only way any meaning for a lasting change will happen when we take responsibility to make the changes that I need to make within myself and my connection with God. And one of the things that I'm going to tell you, when you have a good relationship with God, and you have a good relationship with you, why? Why do I bring God into the equation? Because you have to have a relationship with something bigger and greater than yourself. You have to have a relationship with something bigger and greater than yourself. And at this point in time, I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you believe in this mirror. But you have to believe in something bigger and greater than yourself, because that will give you the motivation. That will give you the power. Now, if you believe in God, like I believe in Jesus Christ, and He's the Lord, and He's God, you got to make, because everything that you need will be given to you. But I'm not saying everything that you want will be given to you just because you're pretty. No, it will be given to you because you take the steps and you do the necessary thing that you need to do to bring that into your consciousness, bring that into your reality, bring that into your life. Let me tell you one thing, maybe two or three. Let me take a break. Absolutely, Sonia. Absolutely, Sonia. Sonia says, however, it's not easy. It's not easy. No, I'm not saying it's easy. Everything that I talk to you about, everything that I share with you, I'm not saying it's easy. What I'm telling you is possible. I'm not telling you this is easy, but I'm telling you it's possible. And let me illustrate that. Last week, and this year, I've been always telling you, well, I'm preparing for competition, I'm gonna compete. I know I was gonna compete this year, okay? But the corona thing happened, and everything is kind of like that, and you have to go with the flow, and you have to make that adjustment, and you have to be flexible in life to get what you wanna get. So, I felt I wanna compete, but I didn't know exactly when. I don't know, anybody can tell me why Instagram is doing that. Anyhow, and people will say to me, when are you competing? Well, maybe, that kind of thing. But let me get to the point. Last week, I'm doing my morning ritual, and I talk to God the same thing, the same way I talk to you. It's just, to me, God is like my friend. So I said to the Lord, God, it would be nice if they create a category for me. Because I felt there was a need for that, because it's a big difference that you go into a competition and you're competing with at the same level, and then you choose to go into to cross over and go into a different category. But it's your choice. It's nice to have that option, right? And I said to the Lord, I said it to the Lord, but I'm going to clarify that. I said, God, it would be nice if they created a category for me. And I left it like that. It's just like, okay, a category for me. Yesterday, when they sent me a text asking if I compete, they will create this, and the category for women over 60 and 70, I was stunned. Because in less than a week, the thought that it came to my mind that I thought I was asking God. But then I learned later on, it's not that I'm asking God to create a category for me. God told me. And I'm thinking in my head that I was asking God for it. But then I found out by revelation, no, Josefina, it's not that you ask God to do a category for you. God told you that He was going to do it. And that's why you have the thought in your head. That is powerful. That is why it's so important to work on our relationship with ourselves and to work in that relationship with something bigger and greater, that is God. Because it will facilitate your life. It will facilitate everything. It will really develop good and healthy relationship. Let me tell you one thing, the second thing. Because I'm the type of person that wherever I go, I bring good news. I bring good attitude. I bring happiness. I always been this way. I never been the person who look at the negative side. I never see the negativity. And that doesn't mean I am a Pollyanna. It means to me that if there is a situation, then I will look for the good, for how can I be solved. I look for the result. I look for the solution. I don't stay focused in the problem, because I do believe this, you either a part of the problem or a part of the solution. And the solution for me is to be happy and resolve the situation. The solution for me is to be happy and solve the situation. So I never focus in the negativity or the impossibility and all this kind of thing. So wherever I go, people go out of their way to help me. Every place. It can be in another country, it can be in Publix, it can be any place. But you know how that happened? Because you develop the attitude and you develop the habit, always giving people the best of you. Give people the best of you. Because when you do that, you don't do it because, oh, now I'm going to behave nice with people so they give me what I want. No. You behave nice to people. You treat people with respect. Because you know what? few things that people want. People want respect. People want to be appreciated. People want to feel that they count. And people want to feel that they are important. If you give the people around you the 4 elements, you will make people will give to you anything that you ask them. Because that is what people want. People want respect. People want to be appreciated. People want to be, that they count, that they are important. And people want self-esteem. And when we behave with people in a nice way, because this is our nature. See, this is kind of, you cannot be nice to people if you're not nice with yourself. You cannot be good to people if you are not good to yourself. You can't be kind to people if you're not kind to yourself. Why? Because you can never give what you don't have. I cannot give you $5 and if I don't have one. I cannot give you $5 if I don't have $1. It's an impossibility. So we have to cultivate those qualities of being kind, being compassionate, always look for the solution, always see what is the positive side of everything, always being in the present moment, always treating yourself nice. And one of the easiest way to do that, from the spiritual point of view, is to get connected with God. And by you studying the Word of God, reading your Bible every single day, like if you want to develop healthy relationship, you need to get my book number 3. It's called Vibrant Relationships for Healthy and Powerful Living. And if you want to know God, what God says about you, if you have a problem with self-esteem, if you have a problem, but I don't know who I am, I don't know, stop it. You go open your Bible and you start reading. You start reading, you can start anywhere you want. You can start from the Psalm, you can start from Proverbs, you can start from John, Paul, whatever you want to start. The Holy Spirit will guide you in that journey. So, to find out who we are, then I have to, who do you want to believe about who you are? You want to believe the world? You want to believe what they told you from the beginning of your life? You're good for nothing. You're not going to amount to anything. You're so stupid. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too ugly. You're too white. You're too black. You're too whatever. Because the world has a definition of you. And what happens as we start growing and developing, then we start believing people's concept of who I am. Most people, the idea, the self-esteem, the self-image that they have is not the self-image that they really are born with. It's not the self-image that the way God created them. It's the self-image that they have taken from other people's opinion. Other people's opinion is what has developed that self-image and that self-esteem. So what happened for most people, their self-image and their self-esteem is not very good because it's based in somebody else's opinion. Not your opinion and not God's opinion. And that includes parents, because sometimes parents think they're doing a good job, but they're doing the best they can. It can be the school, the teachers that will tell the children that, you're so stupid. You don't say that, you don't say that, no, even, oh no, it's a joke. It's not a joke. Because it is not a joke, because the subconscious mind doesn't take a joke. The subconscious mind doesn't take a joke. Whatever you say, the subconscious mind takes it as the gospel and believes that. So other people create a self-image. So you have to stop. No matter how old you are, no matter what stage of your life you find yourself, stop and take a look who defines you. If this belief system that you have right now about yourself and the reason why you don't love yourself, and the reason why you don't appreciate yourself, and the reason that you don't respect yourself is for what? Everything has an original time from where you got that kind of thinking. And once you start developing that, then you stop. Okay, this is what you can do this with a psychologist, you can do that with a mental health therapist, you can do that with a professional, you can do it on your own, and God. The other definition, so that's the definition of the world. And that's part of the reason why you don't really love yourself. And then it's the definition of God. What God says about you. And when you read the Bible, when you study it, you find out that God just adores you. And He thinks you are the apple of His eyes. And you are precious to Him. And He can't wait to be nice to you. And He always wants to bless you with great things. And He always wants you to have a prosperous life. And He wants you to stay young forever. And He wants you to be like eagles, soaring and growing and strong and all that kind of stuff. So when you read God's definition about you, man, it doesn't get any better than that. And then when you take that and you start behaving that way and you start believing the belief of the world, and you start believing what God says about you, I'll take it. I take it 100%. And I have taken it all my life. Because all my life I felt that God loves me, and then you can do great things with your life, and then you will be provided with the things that you need to do and all those kind of things. So those are the first step for developing healthy relationships. Number one is you. This is you here, and this is God. The more you seek that knowledge, that wisdom, the more you connect with God, then what's going to happen with the rest of the relationship? This is the world. This is the rest of your relationship. So because you have this connection, this is you, this is God, and there is this connection, it's this good energy, and you feel how great you are, and you feel that God provides for you, and you feel everything works for you because amazing thing, because God favors you and always favor you with miracles and blessings and all those kind of things. So you, of course, you're going to have people around you are going to be happy when you're around. You're not going to be the type of person that when people see you, they run away from you. People see you and they run away from you. And that is one way you can determine how great your attitude is. You want to know how bad or how great your attitude is? See how people react when they see you. If when they see you, they look at, oh my God, there's Josefina, and everybody runs away from me. Or, oh my God, Josefina, how are you, baby, bow, 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 bow. It's a big difference. So that is how we can determine how great our attitude is. How is my relationship with myself? How is my relationship with God? How I'm doing? Because remember what I said in the beginning. Every dollar that you make is based on successful relationship with other people. En español, lo hice ayer en español. En español está el video, ayer lo puse en YouTube, lo hice ayer en español. El lunes, lo hice el lunes en español. Okay. Any comments or any questions about relationship? Okay. Now the other part of this is, let's talk a little bit about romantic relationship. And those usually are a mess. Okay? And the reason for that romantic relationship is because when you get my analogy of relationship is this. It makes it easier for me to explain. You can have a fruit salad, or you can have a shake, a shake that you make with fruit. In this shake, you put bananas, apple, pears, mangoes, strawberries, blueberries. In this dish, you have the same. But this one is in a fruit salad, and this one is in a shake. When you start drinking the shake, you have sort of an idea what kind of fruit did you put in here? And I said, well, mango, pear, no. But if you have a fruit salad, you know exactly. If you're having a piece of mango, you know it's mango. If you're having a strawberry, you know it's a strawberry. If you're having a blueberry, you know it's a blueberry. Relationships are like that. Most people in a relationship, they become a shake. No, completely losing their identity, completely losing their flavor, completely losing their passion, completely losing themselves. And this is the type of people who sometimes will tell you, I don't know what happened to me. I got lost in this journey. Now, if you in a relationship, the couple are individual who respect, who support, who help each other in the development of their goals and their dreams, then we have a fruit salad and we have a shake. I'm a fruit salad because I believe in a relationship you should keep your identity. In a relationship you should be who you are. Not like after you got married or you got the guy or the guy got the woman, then everything's just the bed. Everything goes down, everything changes. Why? Or she cannot do things or he cannot do things. Let me give you an example. A few weeks ago, there is a girl. She wanted to come and be with me for the weekend to do a spiritual retreat. So we were talking, we made a commitment, she was coming, she was, gonna be coming and da-da-da-da. And the day before she was supposed to get here, she calls me. And she says her husband is really giving her a hard time because making her feel guilty because she has to leave the job. They have 2 children. One is a little girl, that's 3 years old, and they have a teenager. The teenager was in a summer camp, and the little girl, what she thought, and she talked to him, was that he's a doctor, so he can take the girl to school and pick it up. Take the girl in the morning to school, and then in the afternoon pick her up and bring her home, and the girl will have a nanny. And it was good for her because, she said to me, I felt that was a good opportunity for him to develop more, a rapport with his little baby. Take her to school and, after the end of the day, go pick her up. No big deal. Well, he made her feel so guilty that when she started telling me that, I said to her, you know what? The best thing for you to do is not to come. Because you don't want to be here for a weekend feeling guilty that you left your child with her father, and you feel that the kid is it's not the right thing. You can't go for a retreat and take time for yourself when you're not feeling comfortable, when your husband or your wife, because it can be either or, not supporting you to say, baby, go for your retreat, you need it, you deserve it, you work hard. She's a professional woman, but he doesn't want her to work. So what happens is when people get married, then you start cutting their wings. You start, well, I don't want you to work anymore. I don't want you to hang out with your friends anymore. I repeat, either or. Either way, it's not good. It's not good. Because and that's why you see the failure in relationship. The reason you see failure in relationship is because there is a moment in time that all that attracted to you, to that person in the beginning, like a professional woman, and this and that, and then now I don't want you to work. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to go to a retreat. You're gonna be a bad mother if you leave for a weekend, and those things are no good in a relationship. So you have to be extremely careful. A healthy relationship is a relationship that is you support each other. You can set goals you can set goals together, but the moment you stop, listen to this, there are some goals that you have to set together. Example, like having children. You have to decide together that you're going to have children, right? Another goal that you're going to buy a house, so you decide you're going to buy a house together, right? that she's not gonna go to work because she's gonna be raising the children. Okay, we decided I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna raise the children, and you go to work. You decided that. But when it comes, those are beautiful because it's good stuff. But when it comes to individual goals, when the goal is, I wanna do something for myself. I wanna go to a spiritual retreat for a weekend, or I wanna go back to school. I want to start my yoga class again. When an individual, listen, individual goals, and somebody has the audacity to tell you that you can, you better stop. And that's what I told that girl. I said to her, don't come. But let me tell you one thing. This is going to continue. Because today is the baby. Next year is something else. And next year is something else. And when you're in your 50s or whatever age, you're going to find out what happened to me. Because that sense of frustration, because for years, somebody has been cutting your wings. Every time you wanted to fly, like the Lord says, you spread your wings like eagle and mount close to God as eagle mounts close to the sun. We're supposed to have wings to fly. And when somebody starts cutting your wings because they are your partner or your husband and your wife, you have to be, I don't know what, but I won't allow it. I will never allow it. You're not going to tell me that I can't go back to school. You're not going to tell me that I can't compete in bodybuilding because I have to put a little tiny bikini. You're not going to tell me that I can't go to the gym. Many women write to me every single day telling me, Dr. Josefina, my husband doesn't want me to go to the gym. Dr. Josefina, my husband calls me fat. Dr. Josefina, I told my husband that I wanted to start going to the gym to work out, and he said, you don't have to go to the gym because you're not going to lose weight. Can you believe that? Why would you tolerate this? Why will anybody tolerate that kind of treatment? That is beyond me. And the reason for that is because our self-esteem, our self-worth has been, I don't know what happened to your self-worth. Because when you feel worthy of taking a vacation for a weekend, when you feel worthy that if you want to go back to school, you go back to school. When you feel worthy that you're going to get your body back in shape. Because when you marry that person, either a man or a woman, you were gorgeous, you were beautiful. And then because you started eating like him, in general, it's like that. Women start eating like the man. And then they get surprised that they look themselves in the mirror one day and they are 40, 50 pounds overweight. Why? Because you start eating like he's eating. So it's a crazy life. It's crazy stuff. But allowing other people to decide about your individual goals, that is a no. Because your sense of frustration, your anger, your unhappiness is going to be prominent. It's going to show. And it's going to show in different ways the way you treat that person. Because you feel resentment. You feel that you're not doing what you want to do. You feel like you're being suffocated. You feel like you're being asphyxiated. You feel like you have the world over your shoulders. You feel that you have a rock, that you be pushing this rock. And it should not be that way. Because in a happy, healthy relationship is like the relationship you have with God. If you want to copy a happy relationship, copy the relationship that God has with us. Not the one we have with God, because we messed up sometimes. But the relationship that God has with us. It's always great. It's always supporting. It's always guiding us. It's always allowing us to grow. It's always helping us. It's always for us to be better and greater and more powerful. And he said in one of the letters, he said that you should be continue developing and perfecting. God and his word, God said we should be developing and perfecting, and then you are allowing some stranger that you just happen to marry, tell you that you cannot develop and perfect them like God said. That is nuts. Pow! I can't take it. I cannot take that. I'm going to be contradicting what God says because my husband or my wife doesn't want it. You crazy. It blows me away when I'm working with either a man or a woman, and they will say, oh, but my husband doesn't let me. My husband doesn't want me to work out. My husband doesn't want me to go to the gym. Really? Or the guy will say, my wife doesn't let me. Really? What is this? To me, those are not healthy relationships. Because the person who loves you, that person wants to bring you up. That person wants you to develop your full power, your full potential. That person wants to be you vibrant. That person wants you to be successful. That person rejoices in your greatness and how fabulous and fantastic you are. That is the real deal. That is the real deal. When somebody that is with you, it can be a romantic relationship, or it can be your best friend, or whatever. But those are the people that we want around us, whether are your husband and wife, or whether are your friend that you surround yourself with. Okay? These are the people that you want with you. People who can see your greatness. People who can push you. People who can tell you, yes, you can, and you can do it better than that. Those are the people that we need around us. We don't need the people who are going to be cutting your wings, who are going to be condemning, criticizing, and complaining about you, or about life, and about the world. Those are no good relationships. So, any questions? Santiago de Chile, hola, Nica. Okay, any question? People are insecure, yes. Yes. And that's a good point. Why? Okay. I'm taking a break. Una inspiradora. Ah, gracias, KR. Gaviria. Gracias. Okay, another thing that you want me to talk about relationships. So we talk about the relationship with me, my attitude, right? And I said that every dollar that you make is based on relationship with other people. Now we have to be very careful how we go out there and how we behave and how we treat other people. The next thing we talk about is the relationship between you and God. It's very powerful because from that relationship between you and God, you're gonna get the description, the definition, who you are. And I'd rather have the definition that the Lord has about who I am than what the world has about me. Okay, so you have a relationship with God, yourself, and then the relationship with the rest of the world will be a happy relationship. And then we talk about the romantic relationship. Romantic relationship should be relationships that are for not only romantic love, but the love of the human being to a human being. Then you see power. Yes, you see potential in that person, and instead of telling that person, no, you cannot do it, you do the opposite. You encourage that person. You promote that person. You impulse, push that person. You encourage that person. Yes, you can, and I help you. And it's not only the encouragement, oh, yes, you can, that's easy. I'm against that 100%. Do you tell somebody you can, and you find a way that you can help that person. You can find some information for that person. That person wants to go to school. Well, I know somebody that da. But also have a little bit action to it. Because God is right. God said without faith, without action, it's good for nothing. And it's the same with us. We telling other people what to do and not have that telling people what to do with the companionship of helping them how to do it. It's much better. It's no, if you don't have the capacity or the ability or the way in that you can at least insinuate how that person can do it, and if you know how to do it, helping that person how to do it, then please keep your mouth shut and don't say anything. Because like the Lord said, faith without action is good for nothing. My words without action is good for nothing. I can tell you all day long, gym time, and you look at me and you're thinking, really? You telling me gym time? Action has to go together with your word. What it is, practice what you preach, right? Practice what you preach. Pow! Insecure partners can bring, no, it can't, they do. They bring you down. But you're giving them permission to bring you down. Because nobody can bring you down, like Eleanor Roosevelt said. Nobody can bring you down without your consent. So, yeah, if that person brings me down, it will do it once or twice, but not 3 times. Because I will shut my ear, I will not listen to that person, I will completely ignore their opinion, even no matter how I did it with my mom. My mom was very critical. My mom was always finding the wrong thing to talk about. And I completely shut her off. I never insulted her, I never offended her, but it didn't make any sense for me. I shut it off. You shut it. These people around you that you, like your mom or your husband and your children, turn your phones off. This phone here, turn it off. You don't hear it because you have your own belief. You have your own reality, and you feel comfortable in the direction you are going. And this is the thing, when you are comfortable in the direction you are going, you can say anything you want. You can say anything you want, you know what? But to me, deaf ears. Because I'm not gonna listen because I don't see that for my reality. I don't see that for me. So you don't let other people to affect you to that level in which it's going to paralyze you to do what you want to do. Because this is sometimes the mistake we make. Somebody criticizes us and we think they think it's the gospel. Hell no. You criticize me, I go look what God says about this issue. Oh, God said, Josefina, pow, 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 pow. Josefina go, pow, 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 pow. So you don't have to let other people influence you. You don't have other people to kill your dreams. You don't have other people to manipulate you. You don't have to let other people to control you. You allowing that to happen. You are in control of your destiny. You are in control of what you let people do. And what you tolerate, you teach. What you tolerate, you teach. If you tolerate people abusing you, you are teaching them to abuse you. If you tolerate people to mistreat you, you are teaching people to mistreat you. So what you tolerate, you teach. With that, I said, "Pow." You say, "Wow, I feel great." How are you feeling? You are here for a reason tonight. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, almost an hour. Anything else? Well, this video, remember, it's gonna be on YouTube as soon as we finish. I'm gonna upload it in YouTube so you can watch it anytime you want. And it's gonna be about vibrant relationships. And if you have any questions right now, or a comment that you want me to address, or if somebody wants to be on camera and share their testimonial, I'm here. I feel great. So how you guys feeling? I feel awesome. You better talk because I'm gonna keep saying I feel great. Maria, hola, hi. Missy, Sergio, hola. Yareli, hola. Send a request to be en cámara. Vamos a ver si es verdad. Yareli. ¿Dónde está Yareli? I don't see it. Okay, no, nobody. Sherry, I feel awesome. Me too. Yes. Very nice. Okay, my friends, so everybody's quiet. It's time to go. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, all my books are in Amazon. Today we talk about the first book, Happy and Healthy Relationships. And all the books are in Amazon. And my CDs, you can download them from my website, drjosefina.com. And then you have those beautiful, beautiful resources, plus your Bible, plus your study, plus your meditation, plus your relaxation, plus eating right, plus relaxing, plus minimizing stress, plus living one day at a time, plus being in the present moment, in the here and now. Because why? Because God says so. God said, don't worry about tomorrow. You have enough problem for today. So don't worry about tomorrow because you have enough for today. I think God is amazing. I think God is a genius. Josefina, bye. Hey, baby Josefina, don't worry about tomorrow, my darling. You have enough for today. Let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. You just stay focused in the moment, in the present, and everything is going to be all right. And with that, I say, pow. You say, wow, pow. I love you. Bye, Facebook. We're going to be saving this video, and it's going to be in